And from the Action 4 newsroom, today in Kansas City.
Good morning, I'm Barbara Remkus. It's raining right now in downtown Kansas City, and the Weather Service says we have only a 20% chance of that rain continuing today. Highs today should be in the 80s. Currently, it's 69 degrees. A 26-year-old man is being treated at Truman Medical Center for a gunshot wound to the head. Police are currently investigating the early morning shooting at 2209 Brighton. One suspect is in custody. And a 16-year-old student at Central High School will go before juvenile authorities today for the shooting death of a fellow student. After the shooting, the 16-year-old suspect turned himself over to police. Today, a juvenile judge will look at the boy's background and decide whether to try him as a juvenile or certify him as an adult and try him in circuit court. President Reagan will be in Kansas tomorrow. He will deliver the Alf Landon Lecture at K-State University in Manhattan. Then he will appear at 2 fundraisers in Topeka. TV4's Zan Anderson will be covering the president's trip to Kansas. He'll have full reports during Action 4 News at 5, 6, and 10. Missouri lawmakers are back in Jefferson City today. They will resume the special legislative session called by the governor. The House and Senate will continue working towards final agreement on how to spend the first $75 million in revenue from a voter-approved state bond program. The arts in Kansas City have a little more money this morning. The Lyric Opera and the Kansas City Arts Council received a check for more than $56,000 from the American Express Company. The money comes from a program donating money to the arts from each American Express transaction. Funeral services for former U.S. Representative Keith Sebelius will be at 10 o'clock this morning in Norton, Kansas. Sebelius died Sunday after a lengthy illness. He was 65 years old. I'll be back in just a moment with a look at sports and weather. The Royals lost last night against the Seattle Mariners 5-2, and fortunately for our hometown team, the California Angels, who are breathing down the Royals' neck in the American League West, lost too. So this morning the Royals are still 1 game ahead of the Angels in the league race. The Royals and the Seattle Mariners play again tonight. That game can be seen right here on TV4 at 9:30. And in football, Chiefs coach Marv Levy has announced that Bill Kenny will be the starting quarterback Sunday against the Buffalo Bills. It's raining in parts of the Kansas City area this morning, and the Weather Service says there is a slight chance that that rain will continue throughout the day. Highs should be in the 80s. Tonight there is a 20% chance of more rain, overnight lows in the upper 60s. Same for tomorrow, slight chance of rain, highs in the upper 80s. The temperature right now at KCI is 66 degrees, downtown it's 69. The winds are coming from the northeast at 7 miles an hour. That's the news today in Kansas City. Barry Morris and I will be back at 11:30 for midday. Today we will have a preview of the Richard Simmons Show here at Kemper Arena on September 25th. Thanks for joining me. Now have a pleasant day.
From the Action 4 newsroom, this has been Today in Kansas City. Action 4 newsroom, this has been Today in Kansas City.